we believe we've ascertained what the technical problem was, and we should be live with you now. So
Lou was not pedaling fast enough.
I didn't know I had to pedal the whole way through the show.
Yeah.
I thought I just got it started, and then the alternator kicked in.
You got to keep pedaling or get bigger hamsters that can power this thing.
They don't have bigger hamsters. You asked me to ask them that. They don't have them.
All right. Well, hopefully we're fixed.
Okay.
You know what? Let me see if I get a link here.
All right. I want to get to this letter that we got in our email from Catherine.
That's
I don't know her.
familiar.
I haven't seen her name before. Actually, I don't know what her screen name is, but I know what her email is. Just waiting for you to give me some kind of signal here, Ron.
We're good.
Okay. All right, Ronnie.
Yes.
I'd like to get started today with what you did last night. I know you went over to a friend's, and I'm assuming that you were watching the fight.
UFC 246.
One of my favorites, 246. 290 is one I'm looking forward to.
So the headliner, the main event, was a Cowboy Cerrone and Conor McGregor.
Oh, he's a tough nut.
He has not fought in over a year, and he lost, I believe, his previous 2 fights, but he fought unbelievably talented fighters. So, not to take anything away from Conor McGregor, but I don't like him. So,
Geez, don't sugarcoat it.
yeah, I would say, and I don't know what the Vegas odds were, but I would say that Cowboy Cerrone probably had to be the favorite going into this. He fights all the time. He's fought big name people.
He started a fight at my work the other day.
And he's a much better grappler than McGregor is. In fact, that's what led to McGregor's last loss. Was they took the fight to the ground, and he couldn't deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
He had to tap out. So the fight took, I don't know if anybody watched it, but I had a buddy that paid for it and had about 30 people at his house. Took 40 seconds.
40, you say?
40 seconds.
And 10 of that was, no, they only count to 3 in UFC.
They
right?
don't count to 3. It's
Oh.
like once the ref sees that some guy is helpless
Right.
and can't defend himself,
Right.
he jumps in and
Okay.
he separates him, and it's over.
Mm-hmm.
Conor McGregor caught him with a left foot to the side of the face,
Okay, I could picture that.
kind of stunned him, got him in a clinch, and elbowed him in the nose 3 times. Blood started flowing, broke his nose, obviously.
Yeah, I've been there.
Blood started flowing from his nose. He fell to the ground, and he covered up, and Conor McGregor just jumped on him like my dog would jump on a biscuit. And it was...
Like your dog would jump on me.
Or you.
Yeah.
Everybody had just barely gotten settled into their seats. We'd all made our picks for who we thought was going to win.
The seat cushions weren't even warm.
They were not warm. It was disappointing.
But see, Ron, you didn't pay for it, so you didn't give a crap.
I didn't pay for it.
I know you.
I did take $20 worth of shrimp there, though, as an appetizer.
Okay.
So there is that. But we ate all. Well, I brought a little shrimp home, but there was lots of food there. Everything was good. Most of the preliminary bouts was good. Holly Holm, who defeated Ronda Rousey, I don't know, a year and a half, as I had hoped for her.
Looks like we just had a glitch there, Ronnie.
Uh-oh.
Something's going on, and I'm not sure what. Today is just not a good connection day or something. All right, but we will proceed. We will muddle through somehow. Ronnie, here is, we're going into our inbox. We get stacks and stacks of emails, and I'm going to try to bang out one or two here today. Dear Lou and Ronnie, my husband has started to pee with the door open over the last 6 months.
You sure this isn't from my wife?
I'm starting to lose attraction to him as a result. Maybe it is. Oh, no, it's not you. He's a good-looking guy and a good husband. You're off. But this is a huge turnoff, and a sign he's become way too comfortable in this relationship. I want him to be comfortable, of course. When I joke that he's taken up this disturbing habit, he says, well, you've seen me naked for years, so what does it matter? How do I tell him this is an issue for me without hurting him? Wow. Okay. How long? It doesn't say how long they've been married.
Years, obviously, because he says, she says she's seen him naked for years.
Yeah.
So
I don't think, I think it's unavoidable. I think it's just going to happen.
Well, see, my wife and I we have our master bedroom, but the master bathroom is kind of mine.
Yeah.
She has taken, because she's always gotten up usually earlier than me, and she gets up, and then as she gets ready in her bathroom, it's just outside the master bedroom door. So it's not, it's 5 steps away. But it, when she's getting ready, doesn't wake me up if I'm not working or if I work an hour later. So, but I don't have any desire to. I don't even want to watch me pee. I certainly.
That makes 2 of us.
So I was kind of hoping we could have a sword fight later.
Well, if there's time, right? Yeah, we'll see what happens. I should tell people that we do this hour or however long we're with you on Sunday, and as soon as we shut down the camera, which rarely works, it's a race to see which one of us can get to the restroom first.
Yeah. I feel good. I haven't had anything to drink.
Catherine, I can tell you this: there's no way you're no longer in the honeymoon phase.
Right, that's over.
And the first couple of times one spends the night at the other's house. Doors are closed and secured.
Right.
Number one, I don't know, guys. We stand at a trough.
Yeah.
And pee. So
yeah,
we're used to that. Rarely do you have privacy when, especially like at a sporting event.
Oh yeah, never.
And at home,
do you ever get this when you're at a basketball game?
No.
All right.
Nor do I get the urge. Not something, at this age, not something I want to see. So, when the first couple of times you spend the night at the other's house, you close the door. And this is like a rite of passage in a relationship is what I would say.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. And it's a good sign, really. But, honestly, I don't want to see my wife go number 2.
No. Or number 1.
And the thing that kills me is when she does it when I'm in the shower, and then you can't let the floaters go.
No,
you gotta get them down.
Yep.
And then she'll flush the toilet, and all of a sudden, all the water in the house is cold.
Right. So I remember
that's like icing on a cake.
I spent the summer with my cousins. They lived on a kind of a ranch in Galt, and I spent the summer there, and it was a lot of fun. And there were 2 bathrooms in the house, and there was a gang of people. There was my 3 cousins, myself, and my aunt, all in this house, 2 bathrooms. And so the master bathroom, I didn't use. It was my aunt's. And so I would use the one in the hallway. And I go to open the hallway bathroom, and there's my aunt sitting on the toilet. I'm like, oh, my God. It traumatized me. A little bit. I mean, can't see anything. She's just got her
legs.
Yeah, legs. That's all you see. Yeah. But it really was. I could still see it this day. And she's like, "Oh, that's okay." I'm like, "Nope." Like, not at all. Not okay.
There's an interesting topic going on right now. So, Catherine, you're just going to have to grin and bear it, is what I say.
I would say if you hear something that sounds like the water's on,
yeah,
walk the other direction.
Catch us up on the live chat right now, because this is really funny. That's what's going on.
Okay, let me see. I know Vicky said that.
Look, it starts there. What's the topic this morning from Christopher Robin?
And then Sasha says men peeing with the door open.
See, where are you going to get that? Where else are you going to go and get this topic?
Vicky says some things need to remain private.
I disagree, Vic.
Sasha says once a child enters a relationship, all bets are off. That's true.
Or an animal.
Yes. Yeah.
Or an animal.
Shots K9 says no sword fights, guys.
Well, I told you if there's time, only if there's time.
Yeah. Barry Martin has the solve. Okay.
And then what is he? What is?
And then everybody says, "No thanks, Barry. Wrong show."
Wrong show.
Okay, Larry says my wife took over the master bathroom in the hallway right next to my closet. How did she do that? You know what? It's a slow process.
It is. They wear you down.
They start putting stuff in there.
Yeah.
And you hate to.
It
keep
starts like on the
moving it.
first night that you spend together too. Like,
yes.
What's that extra toothbrush doing here?
Yeah, toothbrush.
Yeah.
Huh.
What the hell? I saw an episode of something the other day where, it was Friends, and the girl in the relationship with Ross wanted to send out a mutual Christmas card, and that's crossing the line.
Oh yeah, that's bad.
That's crossing the line right there.
And that's about it for the
Not a Fen show, but all Fen viewers.
Yes. Yep. So my thing is, my dogs, anytime I get up and move, they move with me.
Mm-hmm.
If
They're migrating.
If I could possibly beat them to the bathroom, then I will close the door. But for the most part, one is already in the bathroom,
That's
and
my cat.
the other one is on his way
Right,
in.
and that's my other dog.
And I'm in no position to wait until everybody's seated before I start peeing.
When you got to go, it's already too late.
Yeah,
at this age.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
And so I just pee. My German Shepherd, she's a little bit of a freak. As I'm peeing, she likes to put her nose right between my legs, and I have to like.
Did you train her or something?
She's a rescue, so I don't know what the
She's
hell's
a
going on
butt-sniffing
there.
dog.
There's something going on there. She likes the smell of my brand, apparently.
Okay,
So,
fair enough.
yep.
The chat is also, Christopher Robbins says this is also called nesting. Yes, that's exactly what it's
right.
called.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, all of a sudden your furniture is moved.
Yes.
You didn't ask.
Yeah. My thing is a lot of unmanly stuff has migrated to the garage. Yeah, so
Okay, I see. All right, I'm just checking my notes. I'm sorry. Okay, so back to our show. Hopefully, Catherine, we addressed your. There's nothing you can do.
maybe ad nauseum it's been addressed.
Let's do Mantasy right now.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Let me get to my.
Are you
my
doing your
stuff.
notes on your phone like I do?
Yeah, I did my notes.
Good. Okay. That's something. That's one of my resolutions this year is to use notes better. So if I think of something, I don't forget it.
Wow.
I try to write it down. Okay. So today on Mantasy Draft, our topic will be menu appetizers.
Yep.
Now this is all restaurants, whether they have a drive-through or not, and we'd like to see what some of yours are. But remember here,
I've only got 3, and they're pretty popular, and so I'm afraid that Lou may steal one of mine. So I may.
I don't think
something.
so. I may actually make it easier for you to use those.
Oh, you know what? And Sasha put on spinach and artichoke dip.
I hate that.
You know what? Applebee's has an amazing spinach and artichoke dip. It's
Spinach.
Really good.
You're supposed to eat spinach in its natural form in a can.
Works for Popeye. Just saying.
All right. Okay, so appetizers.
Yep.
We're going to need to do our rock, paper, scissors here. We could use this heater down here. Oh, man. It is keeping us warm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Glad I
not.
brought it.
It's slightly above freezing in here.
It's 40 degrees.
Yeah.
So
that's good.
all right. Now, the way this works is, what do you call this draft? The
Mantasy. Snake.
Snake draft.
Snake draft, yeah.
Okay, so the way that it works is the person who wins rock, paper, scissors can go first with their pick and get one pick.
Right.
Or if they'd like, they could defer to the second position where you get 2 picks in a row.
Right.
So there's some advantages there.
Yep.
We're going to need you to vote for Ronnie. Get the trophy in the shot here, because that's what this is all about.
There it is.
There's the trophy. That's
There
what
it
we're
is.
competing for. It's not some little Oscar thing.
Been right here at home with me where it belongs.
I know. You keep rubbing that in every
as
text.
the winner.
Okay, Ronnie.
Yeah.
All right.
As the winner. Winning. Okay.
Let's make sure we got him in the shot.
I know what I'm doing. Too.
I don't. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Oh, damn. Now I don't know what I'm doing. All right.
I'm in your head.
Oh!
Slam the door shut on him.
I don't think it's going to make any difference in this one.
All right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
Every appetizer is a winner.
Yes, that's for sure. I couldn't agree with you more. All right, you know what I'm going to do, Ronnie? I'm going to defer. I'm going to defer.
Okay.
Okay, so you'll have the first pick in menu appetizers.
And this is one of my favorites.
Okay.
Nachos. Love me some nachos. And you
Kinda
know
hard
what?
to beat that.
I can't right now. I'm on this keto diet. No tortilla chips.
No chips.
No chips.
God, that's got to be hard.
And I love me some nachos.
And I'll tell you what, my wife has found this brand of chips. I think it's at Winco, and I don't think those are across the country, but it's a grocery store.
Yep.
Like a discounted grocery store. And she found these chips that are sour cream and cheese.
Oh, dang.
They look like a barbecue chip, but when you bite into these things, and they're not expensive, they're like a store brand. They are so good. Okay, so Ronnie picks nachos.
Yes.
That means I have two. I have the second pick in the first round. Go ahead.
Sasha says Ronnie's picking appetizers that he can't eat.
Yeah. That's how
I'm
you're going
not
to win.
sure that any of these on my list that I can actually eat. No.
Okay.
No.
I am going to go with bacon wrapped prawns.
Oh, I could eat those.
Okay.
Yes, that's
So you pick a non-keto and I pick a
that's
keto.
a freaking 100% keto.
All right, so
Oh,
bacon
man.
wrapped prawns.
Yes. All right.
I had them at Morton's one time.
Oh boy.
Oh, they were to die for, I got to
Yep.
tell you.
Yep. That does sound
Okay.
amazing.
So my second pick in the first round, I'm going to go with
Don't take these.
crab stuffed mushrooms.
Oh, those are good.
Okay, so Ronnie has nachos.
Yep.
I have bacon wrapped prawns, and what did I just say?
And
crab stuffed mushrooms.
Yep.
Okay, Ronnie. So now we're back to you, and you have two.
Now I have two picks,
Mm-hmm.
and this is one of my favorites. Another one I can't eat.
Okay.
Jalapeno poppers.
Now, do you like them for the spiciness?
I kind of just like the texture. They're not overly spicy. They're good.
Ebby says bacon cheese jalapeno.
Oh, ooh, yes. Ooh.
Rick Clemenson shares calamari.
Calamari's good.
Just about any way you have it, it's good.
Fried calamari. I do like fried calamari. They're almost just like onion
But
rings.
you can't eat that, can you?
Because
of
the breading.
Right.
Yeah.
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 Okay, so you've got one more pick.
And then I'm gonna go, and I've had this one time, and it was really good.
Okay,
Bloomin' onion.
that made my list.
Yeah, Outback.
That made my list, Ronnie. Okay, so give it, and I'll make my final pick, and then we'll review. I am going to go with, and you know what? This could be very controversial in the chat room, Ron. I think people are going to be diametrically opposed when I pick this particular appetizer, which is
Yes.
escargot.
Oh, went all fancy schmancy. I think that probably not everybody has had escargot, and so they can't say if it's good or not.
Excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt you, but could you hand me that trophy, please?
Sledneck says Ronnie wins with blooming onion. Jason says I win. Sasha says
I need the trophy,
win.
Ronnie. Would you hand it over here, please?
Yeah, because I'm going to have you hand it to me.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see
Yeah.
if that actually happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going... Anon says he loves escargot.
Attaboy, that's one vote for me.
Jim Series says snails. Yuck.
Okay, Jim, I got to talk to you, man. Come a little closer.
Lean in.
Dude, let me tell you how to eat these, okay? Because, as I'm thinking about this, my mouth is watering. Now, if you can get beyond the word snails, here's what you're going to be in for. You're going to have butter
Yeah.
along with
Garlic. Yep.
And the fries are going to bake on the fries. The snails are going to bake in the shell. And when you pull them out, what you do is you got that excess butter. You use a small fork and you put it on a very small piece of bread, like I'm trying to get about that big. You put the snail on the piece of bread, then you take your shell and you pour that excess garlic and butter on top. You pop that in your mouth, and I'm telling you, there is no more exotic taste than escargot.
So I had them one time when we went on a cruise.
I'm just going to get used to having this trophy.
You might as well hand it over. I don't see anybody who said you win yet.
I got one. Rick Clemenson, never want to eat them. Okay,
Ronnie
great.
wins again. So I had them on a cruise. To me, you know when you have a really bad cold and you're back,
okay.
back. That's what it reminded me of when I ate. There was nothing wrong with the flavor. They were salty and garlicky and slimy. I mean, if that's what you're looking for.
Please don't put snails on communion hosts. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I share. You know what I was? I allowed myself to be vulnerable. I put myself out there and shared with you some of perhaps the most delicious appetizers, not just some onion they pull out of a closet.
It's a bloomin' onion.
It's a damn bloomin' onion. All right, Ronnie.
Thank you. Thank you once again. I appreciate this. I like to give props to my agent. His last name is Orange, so I call him Agent Orange.
Gotcha.
Yep. Thank you to the Academy.
All right.
Put this here, it'll stay here again.
So there you go. There's Fantasy for this week. Now a brand new feature we like to call Okay Boomer. And in this segment, what we'll share with you, oh, the coffee looks really good right there.
Oh, yeah.
What we'll share with you is this answer to this question. Well, back when I was a kid, ... Okay,
Yep.
so feel free to join in on the chat line.
Well, it's
not a chat line.
Chat
That's like
room
one of those
kind of a
phone
thing.
sex numbers. I watch a lot of MTV because I love the show Ridiculousness.
Oh, yeah.
And they show those 1-800 phone sex commercials all the time. The girls on those, there's one girl who I find extremely attractive.
Yeah.
She has a mole right here.
Guacamole.
A mole.
Guacamole.
And the rest of them are just all fake lips and fake bazongas. I mean, they're just,
yeah.
we should talk about that one of these days.
Well, we may have
Boob
to do
jobs.
We have to do a little more research into that subject. So
I say we probably should
have to hit
maybe
up a couple
spend the
strip
next
clubs or so.
Boy, I perked up there, didn't I?
In the name of research.
Yeah.
Only.
Boob jobs. I'm all
Yeah.
for them, but not when they look like the Goodyear blimp.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Somebody said, that Dolly Parton, not me. Somebody said, that Dolly Parton, she looks really good for her age. And they make jokes about her boobs and stuff. That's too big.
Well, she's so small. On a normal sized human female, they probably wouldn't be that ginormous, but they are. She's a very small, petite little woman.
Okay. All right. So now we're in the segment we call Okay Boomer. Well, back when I was a kid, on the weekends, you had to be out of the house by 8 o'clock. It didn't matter if you were watching Yogi Bear.
Yep.
If you didn't matter if you were watching Speed Racer. What was the name of that one? Johnny Quest.
Johnny Quest. Oh, I love Johnny Quest. That was probably my favorite
8
cartoon.
o'clock, and it didn't matter how cold it was. You had to be out of the house.
Yeah.
And it was expected that you would be gone all day, excluding lunch.
Right. Come home for lunch
Right.
and then get out.
Yeah, and you know what? Lunch will be ready at 11. If you're not there at 11, you're not getting lunch.
Your bread might be stale when you eat your sandwich.
I'll put it in the fridge, you
Yeah.
know, and that's how you'll have it. And then as soon as you finish, you done eating? You done eating? Mom, I got half a cent. You done eating? What was going on?
Take it with you. Well, my mom cleaned the house on Saturday, and so she'd vacuum and dusted and did all that. And so, yeah, they don't want you in the house bringing all the mess back in.
If you came back and it wasn't lunchtime, your mom would say to you, "What are you doing? Why are you in the house?
Yeah, get out.
Get out." And then you're expected to be back for dinner. And at dinner, your cell phone, it didn't ring. You didn't get a text. your mom would call your name out the front door.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And if you didn't hear it, or for that matter, if you did and you came home and you go, Mom, what's for dinner? And she'd say something you don't like.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't matter.
You either eat it or you're not eating tonight.
Right.
There's no, well, I'm going to run down to McDonald's. There were no fast food restaurants that close by at the time, you know?
Well, we did have a McDonald's down there at Norris and Marconi, but that's definitely not walking distance.
No, it's way
It was
further
bike
than that.
riding distance.
So when I was a kid, that's the way things worked, okay? And I'm a boomer.
Okay, boomer.
Okay, boomer.
Okay, boomer.
What about you, boomer?
So mine, I loved playing basketball.
Okay.
I was a basketball fiend when I was a kid. And I lived on a busy street. The street that I live on is a major thoroughfare in Sacramento. You've got cars going by 24/7. Speed limit's 40. Most people do 60.
I think I do at least 55.
So we could not have a basketball hoop up against my garage because the ball would roll out into this major thoroughfare.
And you could have 12 cars collide.
Yes. So we had a school when I was younger, but it was about a block away.
Del Paso Manor?
That was a little bit further. I went to kindergarten and first grade at Marconi School.
Oh, I don't think I'm familiar with that.
It's no longer there. I think it's an AT&T building or something.
I remember when that building went up.
But there was a school there, and they had basketball hoops. I would go play by myself between the ages of 8 and 12 for hours at a time at this school, totally by myself. Now, would I let my kids walk to a school? We have a school, I don't know, 5 minutes from here by themselves when they were 8 years old?
Wasn't happening.
Nope. No way.
That's plenty enough time.
Yep.
For somebody to...
Oh, yeah. Yep.
World was a different place, Ronnie.
And I will tell you, I rode my bike there one time, and I'm all alone, and one of the big kids, I don't know, he's probably like 15 years old, came up and he was watching me play, jumped on my bike and rode off on it.
Dang.
He rode it to the end of the school property. There was a chain link fence, and then he jumped, because I'm chasing him.
Yeah.
And I run.
You have a habit of doing that.
Yes. I chase people that do me wrong.
Right.
Even though he's like, I don't know what I'm going to do when I catch him. He's way bigger than me. But I chased him, and when he got to the fence, he hopped the fence and left my bike on the other side.
Which is all you were after.
Like, whatever, dude,
Yeah,
that's fine.
you're
Thank
on your
you.
own now.
Yeah, thanks.
Sasha says, playing baseball in the street. Car!
Game
Car!
on. How about red light, green light?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Those are good.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, when we were growing up, Evel Knievel was such a big deal. And so on our bikes, we would jump anything.
Oh, yeah.
You know, people, tree logs.
Yep.
We would always jump stuff. And in my neighborhood, it would be a big production. All the kids would come line up on the side of the street, you know.
Yeah.
And there you are with your new ramp that you made out of a piece of plywood.
And as you're heading towards it, there's a lot of clicking come from the baseball cards that you
In
stuck
these
in the spokes.
Yeah, well, you got to have that.
Yep. Football on the street and on says, go down to the garbage can and then cut in and then head over to the Buick.
Okay, I'm gonna go like this, and I'm gonna go like this, and I'm gonna go like this. Remember that?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And then once the ball's hiked, all plans are gone.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I was covered there.
Eight people are rushing you.
I just ran as far as I possibly could throw it.
Red Rover, Jason says. Oh, I loved Red Rover.
Red Rover, send Ronnie
small.
right over.
I was small as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really grow until I got to be, like 17 years old. I was tiny. And so I could never get through that Red Rover thing.
Yeah.
I just bounced right off.
So, you know, if you're just tuning into the show, this is what you get. A lot of people say, well, what is the show about? It's about us having fun with you.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when people describe this show, they say, when I watch it, it's like just sitting around with a couple of friends, just talking about stuff.
Yep.
And we hope that you do enjoy this because we get the biggest kick out of it.
Oh, boy.
And, you know, if you do enjoy it and you know people who might like this program, turn them on to it. Share it on your social media. Yep. Whatever the case may be. Ronnie and I are at a point and we've got a lot of show to go still. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Ronnie and I are at a point now where we're doing these live shows on Sunday. for an hour or sometimes a little longer. Last week or 2 weeks ago was a long show.
Yep.
And I rewatched it, by the way, and really enjoyed it. So we're not doing a whole lot of Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday and Thursday shows on topics right now. And so we hope that you're getting your share of us on Sundays, and you'll join us each and every. Did you call your own fouls in basketball? Basket brawl.
Yeah. And I said, no blood, no foul.
Yeah. I never started growing until I was a freshman in high school.
Yeah.
See, I was a little larger kid, but
I kind of, but when I grew, oh my God, my legs hurt. I was growing so fast, my legs hurt.
Okay, Boomer, you missed out on Spin the Bottle.
Do you know Kerry Ware?
Yeah.
We had, I think, probably his 12th birthday party. He had like one of those little patio rooms at the back side of their
Screened
house.
in, like?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we did play Spin the Bottle back here when I was 12 years old. So.
Did you kiss Gary?
Thankfully, no. I had a couple of little girls that I liked back then. One was Barbara De Fuentes, and I think she still lives in the old hood. I'm not sure. And the other was Shelley Wentz. They were probably the cutest girls in our class.
Wow, they just made our show after all these years.
Yeah. Let's see, you're 12 years old, so 50 years ago.
I still remember you.
I had a serious crush on Barbara, though. Yeah.
Oh, I had so many crushes.
She was cute. She had these little rosy cheeks.
So there's a story of a deaf man who is suing the porn channel Pornhub,
as well as there were like three of them. YouPorn, Pornhub.
You sure are up on your porn
sites. As you
sites.
can tell, I'm not very familiar with.
Oh yeah,
with
now you
porn
say it.
sites.
After two, I didn't even get Pornhub.
There were three of them that they mentioned on the news, and I can't remember what the third one was. Obviously, it's not the one that I typically go to.
Well, by the way, we're doing porn news.
Yes.
On Men Are So Smart Sunday Morning Mass. A deaf man has sued Pornhub and other pornographic websites because he said he cannot enjoy video content without closed captioning.
That's ridiculous. You know what? And honestly, if he could hear, he would be vastly disappointed.
Yeah, I would think so.
with the quality of audio. Yeah.
Daddy, daddy, ooh, ooh.
Right.
Don't stop, daddy, daddy, ooh, ooh.
Right.
That just doesn't really
it's
right out very well.
It's distracting, if anything.
Yaroslav Suarez, a New York resident, tried to watch videos on Pornhub entitled, and I'm going to share them with you because that's what we do on the show. Hot step aunt babysits disobedient nephew.
Oh, well.
He's got a niche there.
Yeah.
Not niche.
Does it say anything about grannies and trannies?
No, but your sexy cop gets witness to talk.
Well, all right.
I wonder how she did that.
I could go for that.
And others in October of 19 and January of 20, but could not due to the website's lack of closed captioning, according to a report. Pornhub, RedTube, and YouPorn are in violation, I've never heard of that, are in violation of the 1990 Americans with Disabilities Act. Oh, brother. Part of the ADA's goal is to provide full and equal enjoyment of a public.
So, one of the channels, one of these fine providers of internet content, said that they do offer closed captioning. So they'll fall off the suit. My thought is, though, that these three channels, I don't think they're out there filming their own porn. I think it's all submissions by, ex-boyfriends or whatever. However,
that's illegal.
Yeah, that's revenge porn.
Right.
Yes, which is illegal. But, it's other, I don't know. Honestly, I don't really know how porn channels get their content. but most of them aren't filming it themselves. So you're kind of stuck with what is sent into you, and if it doesn't have, closed captioning.
Yeah.
Although I know that news channels, when I go to the gym, I'm watching live news channels, and somehow a machine is able to transcribe what they're saying.
Never correctly.
Never 100% correctly, but you can get the idea. So maybe, I don't know, maybe they'll have to resort to something like that.
You know, in stories like this, I love, the best part of it for me are the comments.
Yeah.
I'll share a few. So Plucky What says, it's just 4 words with a in between.
Well, and Rick says, how can a blind man see the closed caption? It's for deaf people.
Right.
Yeah, it's for the deaf.
Topsy says, there's sound with the videos.
Yeah.
Greg says,
Usually you have to turn it way down so your wife doesn't hear it.
Right. Craig says, doing God's work, my man. Tom says, keep your eyes open and your ears closed.
Yes.
It's like saying you buy Playboy for the articles.
Well, Sledneck says you could miss some key plot points.
Right.
In
Right.
the
If you don't
stories.
have
Yeah. Yep.
Dude, if you go to porn sites for anything other than the visuals, you're doing it wrong.
I think who said that, because they nailed it.
Tim G.
Yeah. Tim G.
All
on
right.
the nose.
So there you go. There's porn news
Yep.
on the Men Are So Smart Sunday morning mass today. All right, we've got still a lot to get to, Ronnie. Let's see. How about we talk about Please Just Go Away.
Okay.
I have a series of these that I'm going to share today just to get it off my chest.
I've got one that I just can't. I have to go first.
Please, just go away.
I have to go first. Please just go away. Conor McGregor.
Really?
I don't like him.
Wow. You
He's
made that clear twice now.
He's way, way too cocky, and I don't know if you've ever seen him walk into a ring. Mm-mm. He's got this thing where he waves his arms and his shoulders back and forth. It basically just says, and he does it before every bout. And then, like I said, his last 2 bouts, he was soundly beaten. He doesn't walk out like that. He walks out kind of hunched over. But you know what? I'm just not sure he's good for the sport.
Sure does a lot of whiskey commercials.
Yes. Yeah, he's Irish. I mean, he's seriously Irish.
He struts, says, okay, Larry.
It is a strut. And you know what's funny is last night during the build-up to the 42nd main event, they showed people in all sorts of different sports doing his strut. It's football players, it's soccer players, it's kids playing baseball. There's a lot of copycat Conor McGregor struts out there. So, but you know what? I'm not a fan. I was a pretty big fan of Cowboy going in. I still am. He's a pretty wholesome kind of dude. He's more what I think everybody should be, except for the fighting and killing people. But whatever.
Well, I think we'll avoid that comment right there. Okay, next up. Please, just go away, Masked Singer.
Oh, that's the most awful show.
My wife tells me it's very popular. How could it be?
It's not. I don't know.
They just dance around in a big mask and a costume, and you know what they say in comedy: buy the premise, you buy the bit. I don't buy the premise.
I don't.
So I don't get the bit.
I mean, you know what? I'll take Gong Show over Masked Singer any day.
I would too. Or Match Game.
Even lousy Gong Show contestants.
They were fun to look at.
They were. It was fun.
Remember back then when we wanted to get our band on the Gong Show?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we thought it would be perfect.
Yeah.
We'd have been gonged immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Please, seriously. The View, just go away. Okay? You people don't get along.
No.
You got people quitting the show.
Yep.
You got people complaining about how sexist it is or how liberal it is. Just go away. I'd be done with it. Go on to a different project.
So I love how, first of all, I hate Joy
Behar.
Last week, I can't think of her name. Presidential candidate from Hawaii, Gabby. Starts with an H, I'm pretty sure.
Sorry, I don't have it.
Maybe somebody in chat has it. But anyway, she was on the show because Joy Behar basically called her she called her like a Russian spy, a plant, in the democratic system, basically, or the party. Called her every thing imaginable. Well, Gabby shows up on the show and says, I take exception to being called a Russian spy or a Russian plant or, bad for the Democratic Party, and really put Joy in her place. Joy tried to spin it, like, oh, I didn't say that. There's tape. She absolutely said it. I think honestly, Joy is probably the least favorite person on the show. I can deal with almost everybody else. I mean, hey, I have no problems with opposing political views. I think everybody's allowed to their views. You make your choice when you go into the ballot box, and you choose who you want, and I choose who I want. And whoever gets elected, I'll deal with it. But certainly they're using their platform right now for something wildly different than what I think it should be used for.
I agree with you.
Yep.
Okay. Finally, seriously, just go away. Christy Teigen. Do you know who that is?
Yes. She's on frickin' Twitter. I don't subscribe to her, but somehow she pops up on my Twitter feed. I'm done with her. I don't find her that attractive even. She has a very odd look to me.
I'm not a fan. I think she's too mouthy. She's loud. She's abrasive. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to attack her physical features because that would not be right.
No.
Okay. Let's go to the chat and see what people are talking about before we go into our next segment.
So, Lou and Ronnie fan says his wife loves The Masked Singer. Well, I'm sorry. Your wife shows poor taste. Let's see.
I think she likes this show.
Well,
his wife.
I haven't seen her logged in. Let's see. Tulsi Gabbard. That's who it is. Tulsi Gabbard.
Oh, Gabbard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dan joined the I Found the Chess Club.
You got to read back a little bit on that one.
There's got to be 100 members.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think we know them all.
I don't know why. And Sasha says, I don't know why people think Jason and I can just drop everything and go searching whenever they want us to be. We have adult responsibilities. Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's see. There might be search celebrities, but you are the search queen. Oh, that's Sledneck. Yeah.
Was he talking to you, the search queen?
And Sasha says, thank you, Sled. And then Charles Clement says 40 seconds. You can bet as cocky. You can be as cocky as you want to be. It's not ballet. So he's talking about the UFC fight. Yeah. And you know what? I'm not taking anything away. He obviously had a game plan going into UFC to that fight. He saw something that Cowboy was doing to leave himself a little open, and he took full advantage. So, yeah. Go away all award shows. Rick Clemenson.
We were off last Sunday because I was sick, and so we didn't get to talk about the Critics' Choice Awards. Wow. Wow.
Which is the one Ricky Gervais did the what was that?
That was the Critics' Choice.
Okay. I love Ricky Gervais. Mm-hmm. Love Ricky Gervais.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he was right about everything he said. And you could see some of the Hollywood celebs sitting at the table cringing as he told them to take your little award, thank your
God.
your agent and your God and get the F off the stage. He's not wrong. It's not a political platform, or at least it shouldn't be.
Oh, and then that one girl who at the end was talking about her topic and going against everything Ricky had said. It was just,
Oh yeah.
well, I can't remember her name. She's got brothers, whatever.
I did not watch. I've only seen the Ricky Gervais highlights on YouTube, and they are priceless.
Sasha says he should host all award shows.
He honestly should.
Yeah, and Tom Hanks' face was classic. It was like, well,
He's not wrong.
he's not wrong.
Yeah. Tom Hanks gets it. He knows. And you know what? Tom Hanks, I think, is probably one of the best Hollywood celebrities. He has an amazing family. He has a wife that he's had forever. He's not your typical Hollywood, like greater than thou type of personality.
Well, two people were honored that night, Ellen DeGeneres and Tom Hanks. And Ellen DeGeneres, her speech was perfect and spot on, sorry. And so funny. And Tom's, I think, came close, but it was not quite Ellen's speech.
I saw Tom's, and I think I've seen snippets of Ellen's. Tom's had his was very well thought out, and he had a topic because he mentioned something, and then he comes back to it and he closes with it.
Yeah.
And so I thought he did. I thought he did well. Ellen's was hilarious, very funny, and she got her point across. I liked it. So,
All right, some more in the chat.
Oh, and Lou and Ronnie fan says his wife does love us too. So she has good taste and bad taste.
Yes, I'm going to go with good taste. Okay, before we get to our next feature, which is which one of us is lying, and then we're going to wrap things up here. We have a big surprise in store for next. Do you have some more stuff?
No.
Oh,
No.
Oh, I know what that's for.
Yep.
Okay, so next Saturday, we are going to unveil a project that we've been working on.
That's exciting.
We thought about doing it today, but I think it's best.
It's a little premature.
Yeah, that we wait until we actually have this in our hands.
Yep.
Which will be probably tomorrow or Tuesday.
Nice.
So next Sunday on Mass, we're going to have something special, and we want to make sure that all of you are tuned in next Sunday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific time, 11 a.m.
Big announcement.
Eastern time. I do want to send out a special thanks for the person that is actually
Kind of responsible for the whole thing.
the first person that's actually stepped up to the plate and said, I want to help do this,
Yeah.
this project.
Well, not the first, but the most genuine. All right, let me just say that. Let's put it that way.
His name is Dustin Hamill, and I've been working with him for the last 10 days or so on something very special, and we're excited. Ronnie and I are both excited
Yep.
about it.
Look at this face. That's excitement.
Was that a command? Look at this face. I'm going to hypnotize you. That's what we're going to do. Hypnotize. So Dustin Hamill, thank you for all your work this week. We'll be working closely with him in the next several months for sure. And we hope that you'll just tune in next Sunday morning and see what we have planned. Okay? Thank you again. And then finally, our last segment of the day today. I've got to get... There it is. Okay. It's called Which One of Us is Lying? That is not good.
Ruh-roh.
I think I better hold it. If we lose you, we're sorry.
It's because the battery went dead.
Yeah, it's plugged in though.
What the hell? Okay.
Okay, Ronnie, who do you want to go first?
You know what? You won the Rochambeau, so I think you go first.
Okay, I go first. All right, here's the deal. Which one of us is lying? We're both going to tell you a story. You decide which one of us is telling the truth and who is lying. When I was 12 years old, I lived in a house that had a very, very large backyard, much the same as yours.
My mom's house.
Your mom's house.
Big.
And as I came of age, 12, maybe a little younger, look at it, it's really slowing down. I was given the responsibility of mowing the lawn with the lawnmower. And no, we didn't have a riding lawnmower. But I think that may be it, Ron. Let's see if I can save this.
I don't know how it's up. Yep, it just stopped. On. Lose laptop battery is
About gone.
beyond dead.
All right. We're just going to have to say goodbye for today. We hope you had a great time. Hope that you can actually hear us. We will be back next Sunday morning at 8 a.m. with a large announcement that we're both very excited about. Okay. For Corvette Ronnie, I'm Lou Gallagher, and this has been Sunday Morning Mass.